Hey, this is a video response to new law students' video creating a magic channel, or creating the best magic channel you can. Basically, what I wanted to talk about was the community, building it. Um, you do a lot of finance, I've noticed, and so do I. I just recently started posting some videos and have been pretty close to almost 100% accurate on these. But obviously, I saw another one of your videos that said that the longer the video stays out, the worse the spec gets, basically. Um, I'm a vendor, so I do a lot of my finance for speculation for fun, but I get cards a lot cheaper. But the thing is, when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, like, specking is just, it's fun. It's something I can do with my time besides just play. But what you said in your video is you basically said that magic channels are not entertaining. And yet there's people who ramble on like you and me and make it fun and interesting and exciting. And sometimes people have great editing skills and they edit their videos to make them a little more flashy than what you and me are doing. But I wanted to kind of get just say a few things that I thought about why the Magic Community's videos, when it comes down to just talking about cards or a certain card or specking, are not entertaining. Magic when it comes to finance, Magic is a numbers game. You can show a graph, you can go through and really kind of try to prove your point of why something is and go back to an older scenario, an older card. But reality is just a numbers game. You and I know that you're going to get a card and get it cheap and then hope that thing goes up. Like right now I'm sitting at somewhere around almost 300 Shocklands from Gatecrash and Ravnica. I have no reason to get rid of them. I have plenty of them. I use them all. I have play set for each of my decks, and everything else is just packed away and pretty much mint in a bunch, 5 or 10 in a penny sleeve. But the reason I think, besides that Magic is not fun when it comes to the average tuber and not the corporation like a Channel Fireball or Star City Games, is the fact that we just don't have, like you said, a lot of people discussing these things. But on the other hand, what we do have is we have a lot of people who do pack opening. I went to Walmart, I bought a fat pack, I opened this, and a lot of times they rip rares. And what's funny is, I find myself watching these, what happened there? My air conditioning went nuts for a second. I find myself watching these pack opening videos for no apparent reason, and I don't know why. It's exhilarating. It feels like I'm almost opening the pack. What we also get is we get a lot of people doing set reviews. Sometimes it's a limited set review. I see a lot of guys, the guys from draftmagic.com do pretty good limited set reviews, but they don't do a lot of standard stuff. Then you have the people who do the the MTGO matches, and I find that to be entertaining when I'm trying to find out the interactions between two decks to find weak points. But I don't see a lot of people discussing. They discuss the play, not the terms behind the play. Like you were saying before, if you are really good at playing Orzhov, or you like Orzhov, think it's the best, play it and show me something new that I haven't seen. Or if you said Dimir, you're playing Dimir and people don't know how to play it, make that video and teach people why they're losing with Dimir, because obviously it's not the best guild, but it has the potential to be a very good guild if you get the right cards. I see a lot of casual paper matches, kitchen table stuff. I saw one guy playing a vintage match with a bunch of literally top loaders, cards and top loaders, against his friend. And I thought that was quite hilarious because his deck was like, freakishly tall with top loaders, and he's slapping the top loaders on the table, and it's like Moxes and Blackboard dual lands. It was cool. Also events. I'm starting a channel, actually. It's going to be attached to a website, and I think it'll be kind of cool. And this is going to be basically what I think will be entertaining for people to watch, is going to events like cons, Comic-Con, Kineticon. I live in the East Coast, so PAX East, stuff like that. And PAX East just passed, but Kineticon is going to be the first thing. And there's always huge events. Usually it's on a pre-release weekend. Sometimes, like last year, it was on M13 pre-release weekend. Getting videos and getting ideas right out to the public almost overnight from that release date the release event. That release date would be something that I think many people would like, and I have a guy who's going to edit. But other than that, there's deck text. That's like the last thing that the Magic community does. And I like how they talk about certain cards and try to find ways, but sometimes it's just the casual person thinking, or the F&M deck, and it's, I think that there are people who understand the game at a certain level, like a pro would say, well, this card is in here, why is this one of in my sideboard? People look at it and be like, well, I don't really need that card, but I'll copy the list anyways to the T, I just will never side that card in. Like I see, I just saw the list of that won the Star City Open this past weekend, and the Junk Rights list, and I'm looking at that, and I really think the Jund list was actually better. I really think that deck is actually favored, even though people say Junk is slightly favored. And the reason, obviously, why I think that is not because it was the top deck. It's because it was well positioned, and there's a lot of cards like main deck Ground Seal that sometimes are sideboard cards, and the guy, basically Owen knew that those cards would be useful in the main deck. But I saw, you can play those a turn late sometimes, and it doesn't work. And people think because the deck won that it's the best deck ever. It's the player. It's the luck of the top deck sometimes. It is your opponents making mistakes and you minimizing yours. And I think as a community, there's so much to talk about when it just comes to Magic cards in general. And maybe we could get together on Skype and talk about some things and how to generate this. You're obviously a little more established than I am, so that's why I'm doing a video response, so you don't have to type all this up to you. But I'd be interested in hearing some of your thoughts. I know you're taking a break from playing or speccing. I'm not really sure, but if you would like, send me in a response back, and we'll get talking and see if we can do something and make something fun happen. All right, thank you. Talk to you later. Bye.